Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I hope every single one of you is having an amazing day. If you're new here, this is the place where we break down vehicles the right way. No hype without facts, no bias without comparison, just straight up real talk. And if you're part of the family already, you already know how we do it. We go deep, we go detailed, and we don't leave questions unanswered. Today's video is going to be special. Not just because we're talking about a powerful SUV, not just because we're talking about performance, but because we're putting this machine head to head against some of its biggest competitors in the segment. We're comparing speed, we're comparing engine performance, we're comparing body strength, we're comparing price, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where this SUV stands in the real world. Now the vehicle we're focusing on today is the Toyota Fortuner. This is not just another SUV in the market. This is one of those vehicles that has built a reputation globally for toughness, durability, and long-term reliability. But how does it really compare when we line it up against serious competitors like the Ford Everest, the Mitsubishi Pajero Sport, and the Isuzu MU-X? That's what we're about to break down. Let's start with speed and performance. When we talk about speed in this segment, we're not talking about sports car numbers. These are body-on-frame SUVs built for strength and versatility. The Toyota Fortuner typically comes with a 2.8-liter turbo diesel engine in many markets, producing around 201 horsepower and roughly 369 to 500 Nm of torque depending on tuning. That torque is where the real strength lies. 0 to 60 mph times usually fall in the 9 to 11 second range depending on configuration. Now compare that to the Ford Everest. The Everest, especially with its 2.0-liter bi-turbo diesel or even the 3.0-liter V6 diesel in higher trims, can produce more horsepower, up to around 247 horsepower in some versions. That gives it slightly quicker acceleration. In a straight-line sprint, the Everest may edge out the Fortuner by a small margin. Then comes the Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. It usually runs a 2.4-liter turbo diesel engine producing around 181 horsepower. When it comes to acceleration, it's slightly slower than the Fortuner. It's respectable, but it doesn't feel as punchy in mid-range torque. The Isuzu MU-X focuses heavily on durability rather than speed. Its 3.0-liter diesel engine produces strong torque, but acceleration is not its strongest point. It's built more for endurance and long-term dependability. So in the speed category, the Ford Everest slightly leads in outright acceleration. The Fortuner sits comfortably in second place, offering strong torque and confident highway performance. Pajero Sport and MU-X follow closely but lean more toward practicality than speed. Now let's talk about engines, because this is where things get serious. The Toyota Fortuner's 2.8-liter turbo diesel engine is known for reliability. It's proven, it's tested across harsh environments, deserts, mountains, extreme heat, heavy-duty usage. Toyota engines are known for longevity, and that reputation plays a big role in resale value. The Ford Everest's newer engines offer impressive power and modern engineering. The 3.0-liter V6 diesel is powerful and refined. However, long-term reliability perception still favors Toyota in many global markets. The Mitsubishi Pajero Sport's 2.4-liter diesel engine is efficient and smooth, but it doesn't feel as robust under heavy load compared to the Fortuner. The Isuzu MU-X, however, is a strong competitor in reliability. Isuzu is known for building diesel engines for commercial use. In terms of pure durability, MU-X stands very strong. Sometimes even comparable to the Fortuner. So when it comes to engines, the Fortuner balances power and long-term reliability extremely well. The Everest wins on raw power. The MU-X competes strongly on durability. Pajero Sport focuses more on efficiency and smoothness. Now let's move to body and build quality. The Toyota Fortuner uses a body-on-frame construction. That means it shares its platform philosophy with pickup trucks. This gives it excellent off-road capability and structural toughness. High ground clearance, strong suspension setup, and solid underbody protection make it extremely capable off-road. The Ford Everest also uses a body-on-frame design and feels solid. In fact, in terms of ride comfort, many reviewers say the Everest feels slightly more refined on highways compared to the Fortuner. It absorbs bumps a little smoother. The Pajero Sport also uses body-on-frame construction but has a slightly narrower stance. Some drivers feel it's not as planted at high speeds as the Fortuner or Everest. The Isuzu MU-X is rugged. Very rugged, it's built tough, but interior refinement sometimes feels slightly behind the Fortuner and Everest in premium feel. When it comes to road presence, the Fortuner has a bold and muscular look. The Everest looks modern and aggressive. Pajero Sport has a more futuristic design. MUX looks practical and straightforward. Now let's talk about interior comfort and technology. The Toyota Fortuner offers leather seats in higher trims, touchscreen infotainment with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, dual-zone climate control, and solid cabin materials. It feels premium, but not luxury level like high-end SUVs. The Ford Everest, especially in its newer generation, has stepped up significantly. Large digital screens, advanced driver assistance systems, and a more modern interior layout give it a slightly more tech-forward feel. The Pajero Sport offers decent tech but doesn't feel as modern as the Everest. The MUX has improved over time but still focuses more on function than flashy technology. Now let's talk about price comparison, because this is where decisions are made. Pricing varies by market, but generally speaking, the Toyota Fortuner sits in the mid to upper range of this segment. It's not the cheapest option. You're paying for brand reputation and resale value. The Ford Everest is often similarly priced or slightly higher depending on trim, especially with the V6 engine. The Mitsubishi Pajero Sport is usually priced slightly lower than the Fortuner, making it attractive for buyers looking for value. The Isuzu MUX is often competitively priced and sometimes undercuts both Fortuner and Everest. However, resale value changes the equation. The Fortuner traditionally holds its value extremely well. In many markets, used Fortuners sell quickly and retain strong pricing. That long-term value often balances out the higher upfront cost. Fuel economy is another factor. The Pajero Sport's smaller engine may offer slightly better efficiency. The Fortuner's diesel is efficient for its size. The Everest's larger engines may consume slightly more fuel depending on driving style. Off-road comparison is crucial in this segment. The Fortuner has proven off-road capability with locking differentials and solid suspension articulation. The Everest also performs very well off-road and offers advanced terrain management systems. Pajero Sport handles trails competently but is slightly less aggressive. MUX is durable and capable but not as refined in terrain technology as Everest. So what's the final verdict? If you want the most powerful engine and modern tech, the Ford Everest might win. If you want a balance of power, durability, resale value, and global reliability reputation, the Toyota Fortuner stands extremely strong. If you want a slightly more affordable option with good efficiency, the Pajero Sport makes sense. If you want pure diesel durability and practical toughness, the Isuzu MUX is a solid choice. But the reason the Toyota Fortuner remains one of the most respected SUVs worldwide is because it doesn't try to win in just one category. It performs strongly in every category. Speed, competitive. Engine, proven. Body, tough. Price, balanced by resale. Reliability, trusted. And that's why so many buyers continue to choose it year after year. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your full comparison. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who's deciding between these SUVs. Drop your opinion in the comments. Which one would you choose and why? I'll see you in the next video.